Hey everyone, Elisa here, and welcome to my channel where I talk about a lot of different things, but in this video I'm going to specifically talk about product management, and even more specifically, I'm going to tell you the 3 things that I wish I knew before becoming a product manager. But first, I have a special request for you. So turns out only 18% of my views are coming from people who are subscribed to my channel. So how can you make a difference? Well, let me tell you. All you have to do is watch this video, and if you enjoy it, give the video a thumbs up and please subscribe. That's all I ask, super easy. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so let's talk about the things that I wish I would have known before becoming a product manager. So first things first, I wish I would have known just how hard it is to be a young and inexperienced product manager. So when I started product management, I was 24 years old. And although I had a couple years of professional experience, my career was definitely in its nascent stages. Now, if you are a product manager yourself, or you've watched any of my product management YouTube videos, you probably know that one of the key qualities for a product manager is that they need to be able to lead without authority. Now, on the most basic level of product management, this means that a product manager needs to be able to at least lead their engineering team so that the engineering team builds what the product manager wants them to. Now, when you're a more seasoned and experienced product manager, it's much easier to get people to trust that you know what you're doing. But when you are a very inexperienced product person, it's hard to get that trust, especially from your engineering team. I mean, if you think about it, you might be telling a group of very senior engineers what they should be doing, and they probably have a lot more professional experience than you, and it's kind of likely they've been at the company longer than you have. So understandably, they're going to question some of the decisions that you as a brand new product person might be making. Now, I have been extremely lucky in my product management career because I have worked with pretty much exclusively extraordinary engineers. But in the first year of my product management career, there were multiple times where engineering team members would question my direction, and sometimes they would even go above my head and confirm direction with a product director. Now, this was super frustrating for me as a young product person, but as I step back and look at the situation, I realize that it's really just human nature for people to doubt or question the abilities of someone who's so brand spanking new at their job. So, if you are a young product manager or you are thinking about getting started in product management, just know this. In the first year or so of your career, you are going to have to do a lot of due diligence to convince your engineering team that you know what you are talking about. Also, you can't be upset if the engineering team wants to hear some direction from maybe your manager or a product director. They want to confirm that they are building the right things, and you might not have that much experience, so it makes sense that they might want a little backup from someone higher up. The second thing I wish I would have known before I became a product manager is this. Being a product manager is a huge responsibility. If you are working at a tech company and you're a product manager, you are literally responsible for the product that your company revolves around. So if you build a product feature that is a complete flop and maybe it leads to churn or some bad press, that product flop will fall on your shoulders. When I was brand new to product management, I was not at all used to this amount of responsibility and visibility. I was experienced in a more peripheral role that probably would never have a super large impact on the company, and honestly, my work in that previous role probably would have never been top of mind for the CEO or for any of the board members. So when I became a product manager, that additional weight of responsibility was really palpable and sometimes felt overwhelming. I started to feel like every single thing that I did as a product manager could end up being scrutinized by the CEO. So I started getting really stressed out about just how much visibility my work was actually getting. But here's the thing. I like having that level of visibility. I like having more ownership and feeling like I can actually make a significant impact at a company. So as I became more experienced and comfortable with product management, this increased responsibility and visibility actually became one of the things that I liked most about product management. The third thing I wish I would have known before I became a product manager is the fact that as a product manager, failure is inevitable. Seriously, I am relatively certain that there are no product people out there with a perfect track record. So as a product manager, you are going to be responsible for product features that just don't hit the mark. Maybe customers don't like the feature as much as you thought they would, or maybe they're just not willing to pay for it, or who knows, maybe the implementation of the feature just wasn't that great. Whatever the reason may be, you will very likely experience failure in your product management career. And this failure can have a really big impact on your product management going forward. In fact, I still remember the first release where I felt like I failed. The release was a poor user experience, it was kind of buggy, and it really wasn't solving a customer problem like I hoped it would. So the feature just got very low adoption, and I took this as a failure. And I didn't like that feeling. I was pretty devastated, to be honest, that I failed at a product release. I felt like I let people down, and more importantly, I felt like I was going to lose the trust of people that I worked so hard to gain. But you know what? I used that failed feature release to guide me in every single feature release I've done since that time. I learned from that product failure, and right now my product management is better because of that failure. Even Apple has had their fair share of product failures. And I mean, come on. No one associates Apple with their failures. You associate them with their massive successes. So if you fail, you're in the same company that Steve Jobs is in. So you're in good company, is what I'm trying to say. So if you're a PM or you're an aspiring PM, just know that failure is going to be part of your career. But you can think of that product failure as a necessary step towards becoming a highly experienced and seasoned product manager. So there you have it. Those are 3 things I wish I would have known before becoming a product manager. I hope this was interesting for you, and if you're an aspiring PM, I hope this, helps you know if you actually do want to pursue product management. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, friends.